Hey guys, good afternoon from Dhaka. Midday, and in the winter season, middays, it's kind of nice. It's kind of breezy, not very hot, not very cold. You're not gonna sweat. Nice weather, and nice day to enjoy perfumes. Very relaxing day. School holidays going on, so I decided to take out one of my samples from my collection, which House of Chanel. In the Chanel house, I have quite a few fragrances, and this sample I obtained when I purchased one of these fragrances back in Malaysia in the Chanel boutique. It's a Platinum Equist. When I bought this, there's a very kind and nice lady at the counter who really liked me. And usually in Malaysia, they give you, if you buy something from any counter, usually they give you nice couple of samples, sometimes 4 or 5 samples. So one of them was this one. It's a very difficult name for me to pronounce because it's a French word and it's a Russian leather. The name of the fragrance is Russian leather, but it's called Cuir De Russie. I surrender if I got that wrong. I tried so many times. I watched videos after videos. I saw Sebastian Zara try to pronounce, teach us how to say Cuir. It's not queer. So if you're wondering, it's not that. It means the Russian leather. And I have the EDT. I'll talk about it. I decided to talk about it. As you can see, for the last 1 year, I wore a lot of it. Not a lot, but I use it gingerly because it's a very special fragrance. So I have it on my hand. I'll talk about it. So this fragrance, let me tell you a few things. I think this fragrance was initially released in 1972, and it's from the less Exclusifs line, saying that it's a niche line of Chanel, and it's very expensive. This fragrance, goes for, if I'm not mistaken, goes for more than 500 to 1,000 something. I'm not sure. It could be 1,000 above US dollars. Whatever, you can go and check. But its point is very expensive, high end. So I'm sorry, I'm sipping on my tea, afternoon tea, just to keep the voice going. It's very rude. I'm sorry once again. But this fragrance is intended for women, and when it came out, the main idea was to portray the 70s lifestyle of independent women who are wearing overcoat with fur and jackets, and they're very independent. They're driving sort of like reckless. They have the opera singers singing and then drinking, smoking, independence, and those sort of strong women of Russia. And 1972 or 1974 it was released, and today what we have is a reformulated one from the Chanel house, and we have EDP and EDT. So EDT, I hear from Max 40, it's a bit weaker and a bit tame version of EDP. I don't have the EDP. If you have EDP or experience, do let me know. So now this fragrance, it's, first of all, as I told you, is expensive. It's for women and it's for cold weather now. So leather, it's based on leather. And there are different kinds of leather, in like leather notes in a fragrance. I experience animalic leather, wearable leather, much more premium, creamy, soft leather. So this is the third category, which is the premium stuff, and I'll tell you what I get from it. Okay, so notes, as far as I remember, in Fragrantica, it was Calabrian bergamot, Sicilian mandarin, and some other citrus. It opens up with citrus, some orange, mandarin orange or something like that. And then it goes the base, the meat, it goes, I think, what are there? Most probably leather. There was also tobacco, if I'm not mistaken, and then musk. I think those are the more of your base notes, but in the center, I think it was, hold on. I took the notes, actually, I forgot. All right, at the heart, it got, florals, jasmine, oriental rose, and ylang ylang. And the base, Albanian birchwood, leather, musk, and tobacco. So sorry, I didn't want to take a look at the notes because it looks generic. So despite all the notes, what you're gonna get from this is kind of like a leather. The main attraction of this fragrance is the premium, creamy, sort of a classy leather, and the color. If you can think of Coach or Chanel handbags or purse of ladies, this color, it's a perfume. It's called Pure Oud. Nothing to do with this fragrance, just showing you the color, because this is the only thing I can show you. Brown, sort of this creamy brown color leather bag that is soft. And if you are familiar, you know it's soft, it's premium, and you can see highest quality leather. And it doesn't smell like a tannery, it doesn't smell like anything animalic, beastly, cheap, synthetic. None of those. That's why it's an exclusive. What I get from it is that premium leather. Opening, I get that citrus combo with the orange, which disappears after half an hour or so. And in total, longevity wise, I get from this as 5 hours on my skin. People may get more. With ADP, you might get more. So longevity wise, it's not a beast, but it's a good performer, solid performer. 1 hour solid projection, then very nice skin scent for, I would say, more than 5-6 hours maybe. So cold weather nights, that's the time to wear it. Mostly I would say 60% towards women, 40% towards men. If you love fragrances like L'Eau Medial, Dior Intense, if you like Valentino Uomo, La Nuit de l'Homme, as a guy you can wear it, no problem. But this kind of fragrance, if you gift it to your missus or your girlfriend or anyone in the Valentine's Day or anniversary, or as a gift, she's gonna love you. She's gonna love you because it smells like those army generals' wives, or let's say the first lady would wear a fragrance like that, because it's very posh and it's very exotic and it's a very easy wear. It's a very nice gown. You can wear it with the gown, even though despite it's a sort of like a rebellion scent, but I don't see that. It's a very classy scent. So I can see that back in the time it's a bit powdery, creamy, and there's a not very heavy thickness, but it got the musky base of Chanel, which is very evident in this. So yes, and the tobacco, it has a tobacco note. Some people may not get it, but I get sort of like Versace Dreamer, sort of dreamy, wet, like musky tobacco. That's what I get from this. So citrus, those beautiful brown leather, and then the tobacco. That's pretty much I get from it. You can wear it in the classy events, formal events. If it's going to be a dressed up scenario, you can wear it. I can see guys like Sebastian Zara or maybe Max Forte, this kind of people, maybe Dan Norton. No, not Dan Norton. Dan Norton is more of a Antes guy. But yes, Max Forte and Sebastian Zara, those two reviewers I can think of, they can rock it. Uniqueness, yes, if you talk about uniqueness and the quality, overall quality of this fragrance, as far as the price goes, how much do they match? Definitely it will match, even if you charge 1,000 ringgit, no, sorry, 1,000, maybe how much is $1,000? I would say this can be justified, but depending on people's budget, right? If you don't think it's worth it, you can skip it. But yeah, for me, it's a very premium, and if you do ever like a top leather based fragrances, this will be high up there. It will be above your designer, regular, other animalic. I would put this above because it's very classy scent. Yeah, for date it will be perfect. If you're doing close encounters, perfect. Amazing scent. It will leave an impression. It will create definitely memory. If you, let's say, had a girlfriend who wore this, you remember her by this fragrance. You can never forget her because it's almost like a classic, it could be, I don't hear people talk about it, but it's a classic little scent. All right, so longevity and performance for me, I would say like towards 8 longevity. Projection, I would say it's like a 7. It doesn't project that much, but if you have bigger sprays, let's say big sprays and stuff on this, I think it will last better because it's a small sprayer. I'm getting like 7-8 hours. Uniqueness factor, very unique. Smell of it, 10. Compliment factors, if you're a lady and wearing this, you'll get definitely compliments. If you're a guy and wearing this, it could be a little bit feminine, I admit it, but then if you can rock it proudly, if you can wear it confidently, you can wear it. It's a very nice scent. It's a beautiful scent, and I really wanted to cover this because I have the privilege of owning this. If you ever happen to stop by Chanel, ask them if they have a sample of that in Malaysia. Surya KLCC. So overall remark for this, it's a perfect 10, no questions asked, because the scent, it's everything. It's such a scent. I have nothing to complain. Oh, this is missing, that note is missing, it doesn't have the depth, it's not well constructed, it's synthetic, it's animalic, this I don't like, this none of it. This fragrance, if I can ever afford it, I'll buy a full bottle of it someday, right? This is one of those fragrances. So yes, 10 out of 10 for this beautiful fragrance. Do let me know if you ever experienced it, and if you plan to give it to your wife or girlfriend or your mother, you're gonna thank me later. Take care guys, have a nice day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.